We have an insulin shortage that is continuing. We got reports coming from you guys about that. We also have someone sharing with us about the boil advisory for all of Washington, D.C.'s water supply. That's a big one out there, too. I mean, just turning into a third world country, isn't it? We have another major data breach. We have updates on bees and pollinators. This is definitely a big concern for a lot of us. And we have a tip on why you should always shake your cans. That and more on today's Poplar Report. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates that you guys are sending in, things that you guys are seeing out there, hearing, and passing along to everyone else. If you have an update that you'd like to share with the rest of the folks, pop it down in the comments down below of this video or any video on this channel, and make sure you use the word update. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They make these updates possible. If you have a retirement account, an IRA or 401k, and you want to get some of it or all of it over into something more stable like silver, gold, or platinum, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team. If you contact them, there's no obligation. If you give them your contact information, they'll answer your questions, and if you don't want to move forward with them, they're not going to pressure you. Okay, that they're really great about that, and you guys have said that they are just fantastic. Fantastic to work with, fantastic to get answers to, and some of you guys are going to be like, it's not worth moving forward with that. And kudos for reaching out and checking out. All right, there'll be a link at the end of the video. You can always find their contact info down in the description down below. If you do reach out yourself, make sure you mention this channel if you do move forward with them, because they do waive your setup fee. All right, this is from Peggy. Update, Affirm has had a major data breach. So what happened is, if you're familiar with that, Affirm is one of those buy now, pay later kind of things. It is short-term loans. And so a lot of people have used them. I don't recommend doing that, but a lot of people have used them. And this hack of Evolve Bank has exposed the Affirm customers' data. So if you have used Affirm services, you may have been exposed in this hack. So keep your ear to the ground on that one, and make sure you're checking to make sure none of your accounts are being used fraudulently. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend Affirm. If you do need to go that direction, personally, I like PayPal credit. I don't like PayPal. I don't think many of us like PayPal. They're kind of an evil corporation, which is why I don't mind making use of this. They have this PayPal credit where if you make a purchase over $100 online, that you don't have to pay it back for 6 months. You get 0% interest until 6 months out. As long as you pay it by that 6th month, you get 0% interest. Now, if you miss that 6 month, then you get hit with all of the accrued interest. So only use that if you're going to be careful with it. And but they're a horrible company, so I don't mind milking them myself. Anyway, Sweet and Spicy One says, emergency officials have issued a boil advisory for the entirety of Washington, D.C., including the Pentagon, Arlington National Cemetery, Reagan National Airport, due to a drop in water supply from the Washington Aqueduct, which allowed other water into the water supply system, contaminating the water supply system. That's just great. This is a precautionary notice to all customers to boil water that may be ingested due to water of unknown quality. They are asking customers not to drink the water without boiling it first. This advisory will remain in place until follow-up testing confirms the water is safe to drink. Isn't that just great that basically our capital of the United States has become a third world country? We can't drink the water because it's not, sometimes unsafe to drink. The murder rates and the crime rates in Washington, D.C. are through the roof, off the chart. Rampant corruption and hyper-militarization of the police forces there and everything like that. You can't find police in Washington, D.C. that don't look like combat soldiers. Why is that? Why is that? Why is our capital like a third world country? That's a question we really should be asking our officials, because they are directly under the control of Congress. So you'd think that it would be a shining example, a beacon of light to the rest of the world of how awesome our democracy is, but it's not. Our republic is just one big ball of corruption these days. OBX says beef at Kroger near Roanoke, Virginia. We have issues with low supplies of food in the Virginia area. Beef at Kroger, threadbare on multiple days. Chicken is okay. Pharmacy now is only giving a 30-day supply of insulin and no longer a 90-day supply. Even then, the amount that they give me is a little less than 30 days. May have to ration it to stretch it for 30 days. That insulin, didn't President Biden boast about what he did with insulin during the debate? Like, it was cheap and available when Trump left office, and now people can't get it. People can't get it. That's not how things should be. Rowan says, a few weeks ago, I talked to a University of Tennessee horticulture specialist. She said pollinator populations have decreased statewide. That's Tennessee once again. Our farm blackberry and blueberry yields were not impacted, but I am seeing fewer watermelons, squash, and pumpkins in our garden. And that's something interesting. If pollinators are really going to be under attack and less, think about self-pollinating fruits and vegetables, right? Looking into what actually pollinates itself and doesn't need pollinators, because those might actually be better things to move to invest in for food and growing your own, right? DE says, Utah, my 2 cherry trees, apple tree, fig tree, have gotten bigger but no fruit. My rose bushes bud, but then they die. I keep looking for bees and butterflies, but can't find any. Last year was the same. You know, as much as I don't like those flying, stinging insects, we need them. We need them bad. They do so much more than what our politicians do for our country, right? And they don't steal money too, so there's that. Bees are way better than politicians. You heard it first from here on the Poplar Report. You need to make some hats on that, right? Dale says, I just tried to order coffee on Amazon. All the cheap coffee is gone. I've been ordering my coffee from Amazon for the last 4 years, and that has never happened before. We're seeing cheap coffee across the board under attack, and that is problematic. And the reason why we're seeing that is because the rates down in Vietnam, as well as Indonesia and the Philippines, they've had some really bad harvests the last couple of years, and this is impacting the cheaper Robusta beans. So the cheap coffee is having problems. The Arabica harvests have not been bad, but Robusta has, and that's the cheap stuff. And that is impacting the prices even of the more expensive stuff. Jenny says, Central Virginia, no head lettuce at Food Lion stores. And this is from Murphy. Not too long ago, Tucker Carlson had a guy on that explained the risk of Ozempic. Ozempic equals high risk for gastroparesis and digestive paralysis. And that is not fixable or managed. Topomax, which is another one of those drugs, did this to me, and it is permanent. Pain from spasms, nausea, inability to eat or drink is real. Never mind the extreme hot flashes, chills, and discomfort if you try to eat solid or any fibrous foods. Dangerous, dangerous. Now, of course, that's not medical information out there, but it is hopefully something that will get you to ask more questions, right? Ask more questions before you get things prescribed to you. Get a second opinion on these prescriptions. Get online, do your own research on these prescriptions to make sure that that they've been tested and to see what the actual potential downsides of them can be. And if they've been rushed onto the market, you need to be asking more questions, because we've seen what happens when they rush things onto market. They tend to skip a few steps. And they skip a few steps, especially when they know that there are problems with what they're pushing onto the market. And then they try to get the federal government to be on the hook for any downsides and any lawsuits. Be careful whenever you see them doing that. I looked at these Ozempic and these other things, and I thought about them myself. And then I was just thinking, they're new. It's best to wait, best to see what comes out as things go forward. And as horrible as it sounds, let other people be the guinea pigs. Because friends, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're pushing it out to the public and using the public as guinea pigs. Don't be a free guinea pig for any of these things. Wait until it's been around for a while and it's clear what the risks are. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Let me know down in the comments if you disagree with me. That's fine. We can all disagree on things, right? Jennifer says in Okanagan, British Columbia, known for our wineries and fruit. We had a mild winter, then a hard frost late January, and it killed most of the grapes and vines and blossoms. That said, there will be no grapes, peaches, nectarines, apricots, and plums this year. This is from British Columbia, right? We had some cherries. They were big, but a lot fewer to go around. I refuse to pay $6.99 a pound for USA peaches. Well, USA peaches are great. That's okay. That's okay. That's not good news coming from the Pacific Northwest, is it? About fruit. Rebel Girl says Walmart Equate Alka-Seltzer is not available in Florida, Tennessee, or online. Stores just said that they are out of stock, but the tag is also gone from the shelves. So if anyone's seeing the Equate cheap Walmart brand of Alka-Seltzer disappearing, that may be there. Pike Gamer says, I live in Croatia, and my father went to the local market and has told me that the price of some items has quadrupled 4 times. But we still have eggs despite their price rising a little bit. But a lot of other foods quadrupled. Debbie says, Debbie from Eastern Pennsylvania, I purchased Swanson canned chicken breast, 4.5 ounce, and it was mostly liquid. Tiny bit of actual chicken. Never saw this in my part of the country in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Check before you buy, shake the cans, be safe, and God bless. We're at that place where you really do need to shake the cans to see how much liquid versus how much solids are in the cans, especially these chunk meat products and stuff like that. Let me know if that's helping. Let me know if you can tell the difference between a full can and a partial can on that. But you know how we go down the line and pick up one watermelon after the next, or pick up one bag of onions after the next to kind of inspect them? Well, you might need to start doing that with your canned goods. Giving them a shake test. See if that would happen. All right, friends, that's what we got for you. I do want to thank those of you, the members who jumped on yesterday's live stream. We have a membership-only live stream that I need to be more regular at doing, so I'm going to be doing that. But thanks for your conversation, and for those of you watching that afterwards as well. If you want to become a member of the channel, it's like $3 a month. If you want to, cool. And I do want to just give you some inside perks on that, just a little bit to make that worth your while. If you do want to be a sponsor or supporter of this channel, I appreciate all of you. If you don't want to be that, you're not missing out too much, okay? Just live streams and some inside polls and stuff like that. So I try to move most of the benefits to the very lowest category, so that if you're just chipping in a little bit, that you get all those benefits. So there's the buttons down below. Like I said, if you can't, or if you don't want to get a Google login or anything like that, that's fine too. But most of the content is open for everybody though. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get some more information on Genesis Gold Group, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.